Hi, good morning. This is Lieutenant Galloway with the Eufaula Fire Department with the weekly reports. This was April 17th through April the 24th. We've had a total of 48 calls. We've had one building fire. This was located over at the 21 Eula Street. This was in reference to a grease fire. They had left some grease on the stove. It began to, left it unattended. It began to burn. Did pretty good bit of damage to the kitchen area of the house. We were able to arrive on scene. The homeowner had actually brought the fire under control using a garden hose located near the door to the kitchen that led to the outside. So that was a very good thing there that we could actually get there and continue knocking that down and get it out for them. The next was a cooking fire. This was also over at 913 Jackson Street. There was food left on the stove. Individual fell asleep. The food began to burn. Of course, there was minimum damage done to the kitchen here. It was contained mainly to the container that the food was in. Next, we had emergency medical services incident, which was one. We've had 29 EMS calls, 2 vehicle accidents with injuries. The first one was at on the 21st of April at 516 Alabama Highway 165. Log truck rolled over here. There was extensive damage to the truck and cargo. The driver was able to self-extricate himself, but was later transported to Medical Center Barber for treatment. The roadway was cleared quickly and uprighted and put back into service. The next one was on the 21st at 1171 North Eufaula Avenue. 2 cars was involved and 2 persons were transported to Medical Center Barber for treatment. We've had 1 assist police or other governmental agency. This was on 130 South Eufaula Avenue. Arrived on scene to find PD units stating that an individual looked like they were asleep at the wheel sitting at the red light. They asked if we could stabilize the vehicle and gain access. We were able to do that, and the scene was turned over to law enforcement. We have 2 public service calls, 1 smoke scare or odor of smoke, 1 false alarm, 1 smoke detector activation due to malfunction, 1 smoke detector activation due to, with no fire and unintentional, and alarm system sounded with no fire, 1 of those, and 6 burn permits approved. So we've had kind of a busy time, but we really want to once again emphasize on everyone about the cooking. We keep seeing this as a normal thing around town, and we really wish people would pay a little bit more attention when they're using the stove in the kitchen area. Pay close attention to that and try and prevent these types of accidents. We also want to advertise now that here at our department we now have 2 individuals that are certified in the child safety seat courses. If anyone is interested in those courses or interested in coming by and having them double check and see if the car seat is installed correctly, please give us a call. This will be Engineer Lam McGriff or either Lieutenant Paul Baker or our 2 certified individuals in that. And they can be contacted at 687-1218 Monday through Friday, and we'll try and get that arranged for anyone. Also, we just recently finished our first online testing group here with our department. It was the 3rd one to be done in the state. We'd like to thank our Chamber of Commerce for helping us with that. They aided us in the facility and the use of that. And it turned out real well, and we're hoping that we can move forward into doing that more often. But hopefully soon we'll have 13 more people certified in our aerial truck operations and be moving right along to the next courses in. So other than that, that's it for the fire department today.
On the child safety seat instruction, how long is the regular full course?
I'm not really sure, to be truthfully honest. It's not very long. It's in the past, what I've known of them being is anywhere between an hour or less. It's pretty simple, pretty face forward. A lot of it we like to try and just double check and make sure car seats are done correctly, the proper size car seat for the child, and they're put in the proper place. And also really good look at the manufacturer's qualifications, specifications, and ensure that everything's done in order to make it work correctly, so, and be safe for the child and for the parents when driving, so, and based on the vehicle also, so. But like I say, just give us a call. We'll be glad to try and set that up for you, and they'll get that squared away for you.
Good morning, I'm Larry Hubbard, Eufaula Police Department, and I'll be doing the crime report for the period of April 21st through April 24th, 2014. During this reporting period, we had a total of 15 arrests, 10 misdemeanor felony, and 5 traffic, and we investigated 2 accidents. In traffic arrests, four were for speeding and 1 for improper lane use. On our offense reports, we had an assault 2nd degree that occurred on TV McCoo Boulevard. We had a domestic violence 3rd degree in Eufaula. Theft of property and attempting to elude police officers on South Eufaula Avenue. Domestic violence 3rd degree that occurred Meadow Lane. There's a menacing on TV McCoo. Criminal mischief on East Broad. Domestic violence 3rd, Kendall Drive. Criminal littering on Boundary. We had information intent theft of property on Broad. Hot water heater hose. Recovered property, South Eufaula Avenue. A couple of wallets were recovered. Information that a rape reported, South Eufaula Avenue. The victim and suspect are both from out of town. And we have a juvenile possession of a counterfeit $20 bill at school. And arrest reports. We have a juvenile arrested for temporary protective custody. And adults, we have Joe Bennett arrested, theft of property and attempting to elude law enforcement. And Deontay Ware arrested, theft of property and attempting to elude. Dexter Turner arrested for failure to appear on traffic violation. And Edward Alexander for public intoxication. And Grady Keith Bush for domestic violence 3rd. And Antoine Wethington arrested for assault 2nd and criminal mischief 3rd. That's it.
In regard to a report that I had yesterday about Buddy Lawrence being involved in an incident, do you have anything on that?
Yes, that's assault 2nd, TV McCoo. He was assaulted by a black male, beaten up pretty badly and sent to the hospital.
Is there any, put it this way, do you have a good suspect in this case?
We do. We have warrants and we're actively trying to locate him.
Okay.
How is Mr. Lawrence's condition?
I do not have an update on it.
Okay.
I believe he's in Dothan, but I don't know.
He is in Dothan,
What?
and he was in a lot of pain last night, but a friend of mine that works with me is headed down there right now.
What was the motivation behind this?
We don't know.
Okay.
We don't know.
Now, as far as the rape case, is there an arrest in that yet?
Not yet.
Okay.
Not yet. It's still being investigated.
When did that happen to Mr. Lawrence?
Yesterday morning sometime.
Okay. And that was on TV.
Let's see. We have down here, this will be your first report, case number 1279. Has here at 11:08. I was involved in interviews all day. I didn't know what was happening, so.
On the $20 bill with the juvenile, does that seem to be related to the other denominations of bills showing up that are counterfeit?
There's a possibility, but that's all. I don't know if he had any intent to defraud or anything like that. In other words, I don't know if he knew it was fake or not. It's a young man, and he presented it for food money for the school. So,
That's all I have.
At the April 2014 meeting of the Eufaula Planning Commission, the persons present were told, after a lack of membership to conduct business, that this never happens. Several citizens then stated that this was far from a true statement. The minutes for the last 15 months were requested from the city since the website had never been updated, so a complete set of minutes were requested and received and will be posted on our Facebook page. Eufaula TV. If you would like more information, call Eufaula TV at 334-695-3015. That's 334-695-3015. At the same meeting, where 2 public hearings were also scheduled, and everyone was assured they were published as required, in a check of the record, they were not published. This graphic was completed on information supplied by the City of Eufaula.